And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Cooper was the target there. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Now Gordon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. This is more where it came from.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit Pater, but they're going to go for it. Rivers to throw for it on 4th. He completes it to Henry. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
Brandon, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Looking again that time for Amari Cooper, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these 2 defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Here's King.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Watch the crowd. Watch the crowd.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rivers. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. An entertaining come on EA Sports. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Complete, Hunter Henry with the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Rivers now to throw on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 25 yards that time.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A toss play, Gordon. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Red!
On 2nd down, Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Rivers to throw it. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Hey, Delta!
On 4th down, Rivers. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a big no-no last time. A safety to make this score 2-0 where we stand now. So see if they can atone for that mistake.
You give up points, but on the flip side, the positive side, after you punted the ball away or kicked it away,
defense held.
Defense held for you, so there's a little bit of relief there. Now they know they can get back out on the field, run their offense, and try to put their defense in a bad spot again.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
You see me? They can't stop me out here.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Fourth down, Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they'll get this down to the 10. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
Well, the field goal attempt is well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage. This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Prescott to throw on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we come to you from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and our home team. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. And a fair catch signaled for and taken 6. Successfully.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The white 90, black 11.
Watch 54. Behind. He can't.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
36, 39.
They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and goal at the 49-yard line.
Check 3. Check.
80 high.
From just shy of midfield, Rivers sets up the screen to Gordon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers, and this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. From the red zone now, Rivers. He's got Allen. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Leads to second and goal at the Saints' 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. To throw, Rivers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Now a toss right side. It's Gordon. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Badgley's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Ready?
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10, just shy of the 30. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On second down, Kamara. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Bree's going to try and throw on third down. He's going to loft one deep. That's caught inside the 20. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 48 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Kill. Weapon. Here we go.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They go with a fullback line. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. A run. It's Murray. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Saints have taken the lead. What's good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Check 50.
Hey, 79. Recon, 132 fighter.
Throwing, Rivers. Allen's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
180.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Rivers finding his top receiver, that's Allen. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Rivers hands off to Eckler. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll down play.
At the Saints 35-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Rivers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. A.J. Klein on the tackle there. From the 24, Rivers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a 33-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Ready? Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, kill. Hey, I 7. Here we go. 31's the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want to.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Breeze to throw. And Thomas has it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Opposite.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Here we go. 61. Match back. Light.
Try to pound it in. Kamara fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Slam. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Under 10. Watch the eye.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. That huge loss on the sack makes his job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. The throw over the middle taken in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 70 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Yes, Michael Thomas is a volume receiver, but he can also make some really big plays, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football.
I love the way you described it. Volume receiver who can also make big plays. In other words, if you underestimate him, he'll run past you or he'll just jump over the top of you and continue to make those big plays.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rivers is going to find his running back. It's complete, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rivers. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 37 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2. Rivers, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Brees. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play. Brees finding Thomas. 42 yards. Running with Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
31's the mic. Watch the screen. Easy, opposite.
Here's Brees. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
13, fella, 13, watch 13.
Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They come out here in the eye. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now they'll run. Murray. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
They attempted the fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know that's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
Behind! Run 80!
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early down. A little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. They'll let this go for the end zone. That is caught. It's Benjamin for the Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, 49 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll look to throw. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Rivers on the money, complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just 1 more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Rivers to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. To throw is Breeze. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Room to run inside the 40. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They run it again with Kamara. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to air this thing out. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
That'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our hard-working